Hi, I'm Tom Bradford, and in this video we're going to look at the French Tech Visa. It's a fast-track procedure for you to obtain a residence permit, which is referred to as a talent passport. It's quite interesting to compare this with the UK Tier 1 Entrepreneur 200,000 pathway and also the Irish €50,000 high potential startup option. I'd say that the criteria under the French route are much easier to satisfy than either of those because the decision making is put in the hands of incubators and accelerators, and as experts they're in a much better position to assess whether your entrepreneurial project is viable, unlike civil servants who will often have less expertise in this domain. And in contrast to the UK, there is an option which involves no minimum investment amount. You only need to have €18,000 available before you apply. So let's have a look at how it works. The French Tech Visa is open to three categories of people: startup founders, employees, and investors. The visa allows you to live and work in France. It's valid for 4 years on a renewable basis, and it can be extended to immediate family members. So your wife or husband will also receive a residence permit, which would allow them to live and work in France as well. You're also allowed to bring your dependent children. You must be from outside of the European Economic Area. If you're within the EEA, then you can set up a business under the free movement rules in France. To qualify, you need to follow one of three procedures. The first option is that you can be a startup founder and found your business within an approved incubator or accelerator. You need to have funds available of approximately €18,000, which is the French annual minimum wage. Your business idea needs to be selected by one of the French government's approved incubators or accelerators. By all means, speak to me if you're not sure whether your idea qualifies. I'd be happy to give you a guide and let you know the kinds of businesses which meet the incubator's criteria and explain what they're currently looking for and how to go about the process. Once you are accepted by one of the incubators or accelerators, they will write to the French government to confirm that your startup meets the innovation criteria. You will then be able to apply for a long stay visa and residence permit. The second option is investing into a French startup. The minimum level of investment is $300,000. You need to take at least 10% of the shares in the company in which you're investing. You would also need to commit to create jobs within the 4 years following the investment. The third option is that you can be an employee if you apply for a job and work for a company that's eligible to recruit French tech visa holders. You need to have a master's degree, or you also need to have a work contract of at least 3 months with an eligible French employer. And you also need to have a gross annual salary of at least twice the French minimum wage, so just under €36,000. For a lot of my clients, the startup founder route is interesting. In broad terms, it needs you to have an eligible idea that's going to be accepted by one of the approved incubators and accelerators. And as long as you have the idea and it's an eligible one, then you just need the €18,000 of funds available, and then you've basically met the criteria. The 300,000 route for investors is also of interest, particularly because France is very welcoming to foreign investors and entrepreneurs. By contrast, the UK and US at the moment tend to be looking for reasons to refuse applications given the anti-immigration policy environment there. That's not the case in France, and with Macron and the startup culture in Paris, there's a real excitement around startups and scale-up businesses there. So if either of these routes is of interest to you, please speak to me. You're welcome to speak to me. I have a free initial consultation service. Just drop me a message by text, WhatsApp, email, with any questions, or we can arrange a call. My contact details are just down below. I'll be producing more videos on the French business visa options for entrepreneurs with my French partners, including how to qualify for citizenship. So do subscribe if you'd like to know more and you'd like to see the rest of the videos in this series. Thanks, and see you in the next video.